Hey guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! Peace! I'm YouTube famous now. Available in 2018. The Retro Vinyl Edition. Available only on iTunes. Affiliate link below. Dad AF. Rhiannon rings like a bell through the night, and wouldn't you love to love her? All right, let's get right into the drama. And the drama today is about YouTubers changing. I mean, we're gonna talk about Shane Dawson, we're gonna talk about Bobby Burns, okay? His new sidekick. Why? I still don't know. But we're gonna talk about all of that today. And if you think that I'm gonna be dragging these people, stay till the end of this video, because that is really not my attitude. I just really kind of want to discuss everything that's been going on, even up to a video that Bobby Burns posted literally 5 hours ago that I just watched. So before we get into this, because we are going to be talking about changing YouTubers of the world, I get so many comments on my videos from you guys. You guys are like, I love your intro. Oh my God, I say it with you every single time. And when you get it wrong, I get really upset. And then I have other people that are like, I fast forward through your intro. I can't stand your intro. And this is kind of YouTube, right? Like, people are going to love you, people are going to not like you. You know what I mean? It's just not that deep. And it's kind of how the world is. You know, you can wear a sweater out and just think it's like the most fantastic sweater you've ever seen in your entire life. I got it at Marshall's for $23. Oh my God. And then like half the world loves it. And then like there's 2 or 3 people and they're like, that sweater is so ugly. Where did you get that sweater? And you're like, Marshall's for $23. And they're like, oh, it's ugly. So anyway, but because people have differing opinions about my intro, I'm going to put a poll up right here. I do this about every 3 to 6 months, and I'm going to let you guys decide. Do you want a new intro, or do you want me to keep the old intro? And whatever vote wins is what we're going to do going forward. And then, for drama class, I don't want to hear none of you complain, okay, when you get what you get. Because you get what you get, and that's all you get. So anyway, let's move on. I need to establish a few facts before I get into this video, because this is always, as always, not really a fact-based video. It's an opinions video. I do commentary on YouTubers. Why, you might ask? Because I am an uber fan of YouTube. I love it, okay? I love watching YouTubers. I love finding new YouTubers. I love falling down the rabbit hole of YouTube, and that's kind of what happened a couple nights ago. So let's get right into this. The facts. Facts are facts. We need to establish a few facts. Number one, I am an uber fan of Shane Dawson. I have been for a very, very long time. If you've watched my channel, then you know that. You know that I just adore him. I think he is fine as fuck. I love Shane, okay? And so I watched his videos for a long time. I've watched his videos change a lot through the time. I've watched his hairstyles change. And I have to say, okay, thank God we put that old grown out Justin Bieber swoop, we put it to death, okay? Because that needed to go. The new haircut, I love it. I think it's real cute all day long. So anyway, but I'm a Shane Dawson Uber fan, okay? And I love to kind of see what he comes up with next, because I think he's genius when he comes up with all these different ideas and what he's gonna do. And he was doing this series where he was like, you know, he like met up with like an old girlfriend, and then he confronted his dad, and then he confronted a hater. And it was just like all these videos where he was like meeting with people that had kind of affected his life. And I thought it was a really well thought out series. I wish it hadn't ended with just confronting my hater. I wish it had kind of gone on, you know, like bringing like the biggest fan he'd ever had there, you know, or somebody like that, or just randomly picking a fan and flying them out there or something like that. Hi, I would have volunteered for that all day long. I would have, yeah, sure. But anyway, I think that would have been cool. You know, I don't know, like maybe an old high school teacher, you know, just all kinds of different things. I love that series, and not every video, but let's do a couple of them. But it kind of stopped when he started the confronting a hater video. And what he did was, he picked Bobby Burns. And Bobby Burns at the time was a YouTuber that had, I don't know, 260, 280,000 subscribers, something like that. Young guy, and he was doing videos, basically what I do, but he was, you know, on a different kind of level where he was making commentary on other YouTubers, okay? And what he had said about Shane Dawson was that Shane Dawson was making terrible content. Okay. I am so tired of this word content. I am tired of the word aesthetic, and I am tired of the word iconic. I am equally tired of the word content. I think some of these YouTubers done lost their minds, okay? We're YouTube people. That's it, okay? We have a camera, we vlog, we film. It's not like we have, I mean, I saw that Todrick called Netflix. Now, he might be creating content, okay? He might be really, did y'all see that Todrick Hall documentary on Netflix? Did you see what it takes to, oh my God, okay, I'm sitting here, I'm like, well, I'm making videos in a chair with a camera. I mean, what are you doing, Todrick? Oh, you got 300 answers and people flying in from all around the world. That was fantastic. But for the majority of us, you know, like I have 4 channels, I vlog, whatever. Even when I'm vlogging, I'm like, okay, I'm just vlogging, I'm just talking into a camera. It's not like we're making content. Oh, we're making what is that? What is content? I mean, it's just, anyway, is it the filler inside of a donut? I don't know, okay? So he brings on this Bobby Burns, and at first it was like very cringy to me, and I'm just giving my opinion, okay? I know a lot of people like this kid, have at it. He just ain't my gig, okay? I don't have any, like, ill feelings towards him. I don't know him, okay? We don't go eat at the Chinese buffet. We don't go shop at the TJ Maxx. I don't know him, okay? Anyway, but he was just okay. He was just okay. I just really wasn't that impressed with the gig, right? And, you know, he was on the video, he was like, yeah. It just kind of made me real nervous to watch, right? The first video. The second video, I was kind of like, because it was like a 3-part series. The second video, I was kind of like, okay, like, I kind of like this dude, you know, like, he's cool. You know, like, I can get, you know, like, whatever, he's young, all right? Like, thank God there's no video of me when I was his age, you know? I would have been like, I mean, if I had met somebody like Shane Dawson, right? I'd probably be like that today. So anyway, I mean, and that's the thing, is it's like, for a lot of us that have, like, started YouTube and we've watched these people, you know, by the time you get to 45, I mean, I am such a fan of some of these people, but by the time you get to 45 in your life, let me just tell you something, okay? I don't care if you're meeting, you know, Prince William or Julia Roberts, right? People are people, okay? And you kind of get that at some point, and you kind of lose that, you lose it after time, right? So I'm watching these videos, and I'm thinking Shane Dawson's being very nice to him, right? But I didn't ever feel like there was really any, I don't know, like, real conversation. It kind of went in that direction, but Shane's humor always comes, like, into it. So it's like the ability to have this real conversation with, like, hey, why did you pick me? Like, why me? What was it about me? Was it nothing? Did it have nothing to do with me? You just randomly picked somebody? What was it about? Whatever. Okay, so they go on. And then I hear that Shane Dawson and him are doing merch together or something. And then all of a sudden, he gets Bobby Burns a Jeep. Okay, now listen. Shane, I got a little bone to pick with you on this one. I think it's real nice, okay? But what I didn't understand as an uber fan of Shane Dawson, and I can't be the only person that didn't understand this, was out of all of the people that love you in the world, out of all these kids around the world from, you know, 10 to 20 out there that are struggling in the world to make money, and they are making videos just to get your attention because they love you so much, you gift a Jeep to your hater, okay? And I mean, I think it's really nice. I think what it's showing is forgiveness and positivity. And I think that is fantastic, right? I do. I think it's fantastic. But I didn't really understand at some point what you were trying to prove, because the problem was there was never the backstory, right, of what Shane's intentions or what his motives were. Why he wanted to take this person that made negative content about him and turn him into something positive, unless it was like Bobby Burns was a class project. And it's really hard for me not to kind of imagine that, you know, that Shane was like sitting around with his friends. He's like, you know, this kid that talked about me, like, I bet we can turn him around and I can show him that being nice to somebody and being positive can really change a person from negatively to positive. If that is the case of what all of this is about, God love you, Shane. You are a 10 times more powerful person than I ever gave you credit for, because that is phenomenal. Because what you really showed was through love and positivity, you can change one person. And if we can change one person, we can change everybody out there that's negative and hateful. And I love you for doing that, okay? The problem is the people just don't love Bobby Burns. They just don't, okay? And the thing is, you know, years ago, like I've been doing YouTube for 30 years now. God, I wish, right? Wasn't there this old guy, Zippy? He was like one of the original YouTubers, and he was like 75. People always say, I'm old. Go look up Zippy. He's still around. Anyway, oh God, I hope something horrible didn't happen to him. He's probably still around making videos. But anyway, the problem was people didn't love him. And you know, I remember back in the day when, like, people would shout me out on channels. Raw Beauty Christie just shouted me out the other day. And what, somebody said to me one time was, like, if you get shouted out, that's great, but people will stay because they like you, right? Like, they might come and look at your channel, but they won't subscribe or stay if they don't like you. So, in a way, it's a compliment if people come to your channel and they stay and they watch your content, because what they're really saying is, I really like you, right? Well, then Shane Dawson put him on his Sunday show, because Shane, gives this Sunday spot sometimes to like people that are trying to build their channels and all this kind of stuff. And that's fantastic, right? And through all of this, Bobby Burns went from something like 280,000 subscribers to like 880,000 subscribers literally overnight, okay? And, that's a lot. That's a lot to handle, especially as young as he is. So we're going to pause on that thought for a second. But Shane put him on this Sunday thing. Now, we're going from a channel where this kid is sitting at a computer table, basically, okay, commenting on other people's content, their videos, okay, doing what I do. Now, hey, listen, if somebody wants to give me a million subscribers tomorrow, I'll change up the gig all day long. In fact, I might make a whole video series just called Eating at the Buffet with Who? And then it might be like me and like Shane, or like me and Trisha doing a mukbang at the, me and Christine Seidelko. See, I got ideas. Get me out of this fucking drama gig. I am so tired of it, okay? I am so tired of it. No, I love it all day long. I really do. I mean, I'm a candle review company anyway, so it don't really matter. I'm not a drama channel. I am not a drama channel. I am a candle review company. So anyway, so Shane puts him on this Sunday series, right? Now, y'all know what Bobby Burns was doing before. Let's talk about the videos that he was making next, okay? Recreating YouTubers' thumbnails. Have never seen that video before. Just saying. Does buying comments always or actually work? I can't read my writing on my notes. Does buying comments actually... I was like, didn't Shane do that? Like with likes on an Instagram picture with he and Ryland's sister? Number 3, how much do YouTubers spend? Ooh, so bored. And so are the people on Shane's channel, because these videos got proportionally less views than all of other Shane's videos. Shane's videos get between like 7 and let's say 10, 12 million views. These videos were getting like between like 1 and 2 million views, okay? And the dislike proportion, or the dislike, statistics, I am basically a mathematician, except I ain't got my glasses on, so I can't do math. But, okay, the dislikes to likes on these videos was like 10 times worse than it was on his main video. So I haven't seen him on a month over there anymore, and people were starting to speculate, well, did Shane Dawson fire him? What did Shane Dawson do? Did Shane Dawson get rid of him? Why didn't Shane Dawson what? Did he take the car back? What did he do? Y'all think Shane Dawson's gonna give somebody a car and take it back? Are you fools? Okay, seriously, Shane Dawson is a really decent human being. I mean, and the man makes movies and wrote books, okay? He is not going to gift somebody a car and then bring it back. And I know a lot of people are like, I'd take the car back. I read the comments. I read the mean comments about stuff like that. Y'all aren't nice people. If somebody gave you a Jeep, listen, if somebody gave you a Jeep and it's like Misty, my girlfriend back in the day in high school, giving $2 blowjobs in the bathroom, okay? Now listen. If somebody had gifted her a car for a BJ, now that is not very nice. And when the BJ's over, you take back the car. I'm just saying, okay? So Shane was not going to take back the car. But what happened was the other day I found this video, okay? And the video, and it was called Why Shane Dawson Fired Bobby Burns. And it was by this guy called Standard Procedure. So I go in and I watch this video that is just like him sitting on this couch, and he's talking about the fact that Bobby Burns got shouted out by Shane and helped through this whole process. But basically then what happened was that Bobby Burns is now a vlogger, and he and his friends and his girlfriend and stuff, they just like, trollop all over the world, and they just do videos of like falling down, canyons in Hollywood and shit like that. It's real boring. I saw the clips, and then I went and I watched some of them. It's boring, okay? Bobby, you lost your passion, you lost your spice, okay? I'm giving you some real good advice here. Quit that shit. It's boring. Don't nobody want to see it. I thought it was like I thought like the Partridge Family had got back together again and they were doing some reunion show. You don't know who the Partridge Family is. You're way too young, but it was boring, okay? Don't nobody care if your friends are falling down the canyon. They'd probably say kick them and keep them going, and that would be more interesting. So anyway, so I'm watching all this unfold. Well then, okay, it gets better. Bobby Burns' girlfriend comes out and is like, to this guy who has like 1.5 thousand subscribers, you're threatened by this guy, right? By this one right here, this 1.5, okay. So she comes out against him and is like, basically like, you're really hurting us, you're making mean content about us and all this kind of stuff. I'm really, to be honest with you, I'm so tired of people coming forward with all the commentary channels, the drama channels, when we're just commenting on what we see. I'm just telling you, we're just commenting on what we see. So anyway, so this girl comes out and whatever, and I'm like, there's got to be more to this story, right? Like, she was so defensive in a way that it made you think, what's going on behind the scenes that nobody knows with Bobby Burns? And Bobby Burns hasn't posted on Shane Dawson's channel in a month, right? And I kind of feel like Shane's smart enough that he would have, I mean, he wouldn't have just like been like, be gone. Like, he would have kind of said like, hey, we're going to end this or whatever. I just think Shane's smarter than that, right? So anyway, so so I'm like sitting here and I'm watching this video because this guy, this standard procedure, why would you ever make that your YouTube name anyway? But he made a video called Responding to Bobby Burns and His Girlfriend. And then he goes in there and talks about all this it's basically just regurgitating the same thing because his first video did so well, it got 550,000 views. And then Bobby Burns released a video today. And the video that he released was called I Had a Breakdown. And I was like, you know, this is really, really interesting. On the heels of a social blade that is going into the red, which means he's losing a lot of subscribers, people are speculating, you know, what's going on with him. He's been missing from Shane Dawson's channel, and nobody's really come out and said anything. And he even says in the video, I haven't posted on this channel in quite some time. And so he goes in and he makes this 13-minute video explaining where he's been and what happened. And the first part of it is very contrived. It's him getting out of bed and him taking a shower and all this kind of stuff, and then he goes and he sits in the park in New York City. And, you know, it was interesting. It was very interesting to me. I think anybody that watches YouTube always sits with a very wary eye, you know, and it's like, okay, what's going on with this? But he did seem very sincere to me. And, you know, basically what he said was, it was really, really hard for me to go from having this amount of subscribers to this amount of subscribers overnight. And what I started doing was trying to make content that I thought my new subscribers were going to enjoy. And I think that makes a lot of sense. I really do. You know, it's like, if you go from here to here and then all of a sudden, you know, you're going to, I mean, if he would have started like, you know, gotten shouted out on a conspiracy video, let's just say by Shane Dawson, and then all of a sudden he's like only ever made one conspiracy video, he feel inside like I have to always make conspiracy videos now. So it makes a lot of sense. But Bobby, if you go underneath the comments on the standard procedure video, which I'm sure might be kind of hurtful to read at times, what you'll find is that a lot of people are saying they miss the old Bobby. They want the old Bobby back, right? And the reality is, part of the reason why you caught Shane Dawson's eye to begin with was not just because you said something mean about him, was because of your personality. There was something about you that when you sat down next to Shane and Shane met you, that very first time, I'm not talking about, you know, the refined Bobby. I'm not talking about the Bobby who has now, you know, become good friends with Shane Dawson and dropped his name 6 times in the video, which is whatever. I'm glad that he's been nice to you. I'm talking about the Bobby, the very first moment that the internet met him back in the day. Those are the people that want you. And there was something about that, Bobby, that must be, you know, attractive to the internet because you've got 290,000 subs all on your own. And that is a huge accomplishment. So he said in there that he took some time off and he was going to, you know, go back, and he had already filmed 2 videos and all this kind of stuff. And, you know, I think that's a hard thing. I think a lot of times, you know, I got on YouTube for completely different reasons than a lot of these people did. You know, a lot of these people that get on videos, this standard procedure in there talks about, he's like, you know, there's 2 categories of YouTubers. There's younger YouTubers that will do anything for views, and then there's older YouTubers. I'm like, okay, so I'm an older YouTuber, obviously. But, you know, I got on here just to have fun. Like, that was really the beginning of it for me. And I started on a completely different channel, a booktube channel, where I'm just talking about books, right? And then it kind of like morphed into the fact that now I have 4 channels. I won't ever say that I don't have days where I wake up and I go, God, like, I would love to make a video, but I'm too tired to make a video today, or I need to take care of myself, because that happens sometimes, right? And I think that the thing is that when you're blessed enough to be able to do something for a living as wonderful as make content on YouTube, or make videos, or sit down and just talk to people and share your life with them, we have to find some gratitude in that, you know? There are a lot of people busting their asses at 2 and 3 jobs just to pay the bills. We have to be grateful for what we have. And there is a point where it comes to where you're singing about, you know, like, hey, like, my life is so tough and I'm taking care of, you know, 3 of my friends and my girlfriend, all this kind of stuff. Well, they can get jobs too. You know what I mean? Like, maybe reevaluate your life and go, I'm taking care of too many people, okay? These people are able-bodied and can go get their own jobs, you know? If they cared about me, they wouldn't want me to be stressed, and maybe I need to take a step back and do what's best for me. And a lot of times we forget what self-care is really important. You know, it's really important. I did a whole video on my Peterson's channel yesterday where I talked about burnout in any career, you know? And I was real impressed with what Bobby said in this video. But here's the thing, right? Here's the gig, Bobby, is now that you've said it, it's going to be interesting to see what people see next. Like, if you put out these silly vlogs that people don't enjoy, that aren't getting very many views, and people are saying they don't like this content, then you haven't really listened to what people had to say. And you really aren't going back to what you truly love because you're afraid. And you know, you have to remove fear from doing anything and being successful at it. And congratulations, because you've been very successful. You had a major YouTuber use you on a platform to help you boost your career. And he says thank you to Shane Dawson in the video, which is awesome. But you know, it's like, take that advantage and run with it. Make this your passion. Do something really positive with it. Turn around, like people were joking in there and saying, oh, now he's gonna turn around and make a video, you know, like Shane did with him for the standard procedure. Do it. I think that would be great. I think that would be great content. To reach out to somebody that has said similar things to you about you, that call me, I'll come on your video all day long. Call up Shane, we can all have lunch. We can go to the Chinese buffet. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like, think creatively. You have a fan base now of people that enjoy, or an audience of people that enjoy watching your content, that they will watch whatever you put out. But be careful what you put out there. Be careful of what the message is that you're sending out there, and that you're not just taking this for granted, that you just feel like, well, I just gotta, listen, okay? This might just be me, but this is why I love like the Amelia farts and things like that. I get so tired of people putting up videos because they think that's whatever, a favorites video. If I see one more favorites video, gag-a-mag it. I'm so tired of it, okay? We don't need that kind of stuff. We don't need one more vlog through any kind of canyon in Los Angeles with somebody's dog. I don't care. It's boring, okay? I don't need to see it. I don't care. And the thing is that you have to remember about the Shane Dawsons and the Tana Mojos and the Trisha Paytases and these people that exploded and the Jeffree Stars and all that kind of stuff, right? Is it wasn't just because of their content. It wasn't just because of their personality. It wasn't just because of, you know, that they had this more than somebody else. It was all of that and timing. Okay? Shane Dawson's timing came at a time that made him just shoot through the roof and people loved him. It's not going to happen to everybody. So Bobby, I hope you take this, opportunity, and I hope you continue to run with it and really turn your life into something that is absolutely amazing. I hope you don't have to make another video in 6 months saying, I had another breakdown because this is just too much for me, okay? That's sad to me that something that you love so much brings a breakdown for you. That should not be the case. And Shane Dawson, do not stop with this series. Go out there and call up your old teacher, your old babysitter, or something. I want to see those videos. I love those videos all day long. And then call me up and we'll go to the Chinese buffet. You, me, Rylan, and my husband. All right. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Leave what you think in the comment section below. But as always, be kind, be compassionate, and I will talk to you later. Bye.